Too bad. Too bad. So sad.
Hello.
Hi.
And welcome into another episode of The Company. Usually you like to see us on Monday nights, but that's the old us. This is the new us. Spill my drink. On Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
So hope everybody had an amazing week, amazing weekend. Hope your week's going okay. Today is hump day. July 8th, 2020. We are 8 days into the second half of 2020, and we are not without things that are still happening. Apparently, teachers are going to be fined for not showing up for work.
Wait, what?
They're punishing the educational system if nobody goes back to school.
I mean, I know what y'all faithful leader said, but I didn't know about that part.
Yeah. What about this fine thing? Because
I don't know about the fine thing, but I know Betsy DeVos wants everybody back in school, and if you don't go to school or if you don't show up, there's some sort of disciplinary action that's going to happen to the parents that don't send their kids back to school.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, our illustrious president said that he was going to, what was he yanking funding?
I think so.
For schools that don't follow his demands and such and things and such.
Unmute.
So you pretty much let me unmute Sosa real quick here. And Sosa,
yeah, thanks, motherfucker.
So you have no choice but to send your kids back to school. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think that's right.
I know the governor's call.
Yeah,
well, I know
we don't have a governor.
The original plan was to bring the kids back for like a month, teach them how to use what they got to use, and then send them back home. The original plan.
I like the virus didn't spread, and it's like, oh, it's a 30-day time lapse on that. Sure.
Yeah.
But what a pussy.
Whoa.
Who you talking about? So I can keep up.
All of them.
Oh. Can't disagree there. Can't disagree there. Just make sure we had context. Can't disagree.
It's just, I mean, even Betsy, like, she's a piece of shit. Because she's all for it. Like, she's not gonna say nothing. Did I say something wrong already?
No. I'm reading comments.
No, I didn't.
They came in with a skip to my loose short.
Oh man.
And one.
Why is he starting already? All fucking ready.
But anyway, we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about politics and the like. But I mean, I really don't know what to say. I'm not a parent, so I can't really give my full emotional response to it. I think it's asinine, and I think it's dangerous, but I don't have an answer.
But
usually, if you have a problem with something, you have to come up with a solution. I don't have a solution.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the last couple of months like done with all the homeschool stuff?
Yes.
So I mean, can't you essentially just kind of repeat what was already done before or refine that process?
Well, I think what they're trying to do is let these kids go to school so the parents who didn't have jobs that they could do at home can go back to work and the economy can get the boost it needs and we can get back up and running. It's not going to happen like that.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's not like this is not a terrorist attack. Sorry to say it like that. It's not an earthquake, and it's not bad weather. This is something that we can't control and we can't monitor.
Right.
So you can't treat it the same way. You say,
well, he doesn't understand that. So,
I was just saying we have a way to control it, to curb it, but it don't matter. A couple thousand deaths, collateral damage, which is fucking insane, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
I don't know. Whatever.
How do you feel about it, Sosa? You are the
you are
the couple people in the group have kids, but you're the one person that has somebody who has a kid who's school age.
I mean, it sucks for the kid. And it sucks for the parents too, because we're starting to find out a lot of you motherfuckers can't do algebra.
I'm not. That was probably my best math in life. I kill that shit.
But
I ain't tutoring nobody kids.
I mean, we're talking about a man. We're talking about man and people who don't think. Like they're gonna do one of you guys posted it. Texas is gonna do the Republic Convention, and people can come, but the speakers are gonna be on video.
Right.
And people like, bitch, you could stay home and watch that shit on TV.
You saw that?
No, what did he say?
He said they should stagger the attendance.
I mean,
I think he's saying off days and on days, kind of.
That was for Richland too. That was one of the options. Like, you come to school for 2 days, and then you stay home for 3, and then another group will come for school for 2 days, go home for 3, something like that.
But they be getting the fuck out of those buses and stuff, though.
Right.
You know, like all of this wiping down shit and washing your hands and covering your mouth when you cough. I mean, all of this can help. Plus the masks, but people are fucking stupid.
Wipe me down. Wipe. Shit don't work.
You're an idiot. But I don't. Am I gonna send my son to school? I don't want to, because we're still. I don't feel like we've hit that second wave yet. I think that's just coming.
No, we haven't.
And it's gonna be camouflaged with the flu. So hurricane season, flu season. Bend over.
There we go again. That went somewhere it didn't need to go. But anyway, but you're right. It's just going to be a mess. So we're at the point right now. It's all just kind of a wait and see thing. School is an extremely important part of our society. Whether you think your kids are learning or whether it's just a situation where the parents have a chance to go work and make money.
Right.
School has to play a part because kids got to go somewhere, parents got to work, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, something has to happen. Everybody can't stay home.
Right.
And like I said, I know the whole everybody going to school at the same time, because they're not trying to stagger anything. They're not trying to space anybody out. They said everybody just go back to school regular. I know that's not going to work. But what's the solution?
I mean, there's smart people in politics or whatever. There are experts, but nobody's listening to them. So, the positive side is if Arkansas, Alabama, and South Carolina were 48, 49, 50th in the nation, well, everybody's the same now as far as education.
Yeah.
Everybody's stupid. So,
hey,
we're not just you. Wait a minute. That was rude. But anyway, enough about that. They'll figure it out. I got no solutions because this thing just keeps changing and the dynamic changes and the numbers keep flip-flopping, going up and down. So I don't know what's working. I don't know what's not working. I'm just going to wear my mask when I'm told to wear my mask, take it off at the house, and just wait and see.
I mean, put in this perspective, when AIDS was a big thing, we had to tell people wear your condoms, and people still didn't wear condoms. Now we
laughing, but sorry.
All right.
I ain't
so people are being told to wear their masks, and they're making it a religious issue, a civil rights issue,
or freedom issue.
A freedom issue.
It's funny what they come up with.
What the fuck are you talking?
I think the best meme that I saw, I think the greatest meme that I saw was when you saw a little couple with the MAGA And he was like, I'll do anything for my country. I'll die for my country. There ain't nothing I wouldn't do for my country. And then somebody was like, wear a mask. He was like,
No.
So you apparently won't do anything for your country because you won't put the damn mask.
It's interesting times.
Caught up in patriotism. What's the word? Love America, patriotism, this, and that, pride. I'm like, I said, every time I hear that, I just hear like, I hate everybody that ain't white, unfortunately. I know it sounds bad, but that's what I hear when I hear those words, because they always say it after they said some shit they ain't supposed to say. So, am I wrong for that? Yeah. Like Rich seems to feel the same way.
I mean,
I hate when I hear that country stuff. I'm like, my family probably here longer than yours to keep it funky.
It's amazing at what level we are willing to actually just throw caution into the wind because we feel that something's not right. But the thing is, though, is I think this honestly comes down strictly to the leadership that we have in place. Because when you think about any wartime president that has said, the civil sacrifice for something for their country, the United States kind of banded together to get to the other side of it.
Like
where here, for whatever reason, it's like wearing a mask all of a sudden became, and it's like it's a bar set so low to where a gnat's ass can barely go under it, right? So to put a mask on is just, it's like a piece of cloth going over your face. And you're telling me that this is affecting you in such a way to where you don't feel like you're a person? It's like, get out.
Man.
Like you put on drawers every day. You put on pants and socks every day. Like there's nothing you can equate. Like, well, the mask.
Please don't like that bulb over the head. They're like, you know what?
Oh, I'm not.
I ain't wearing drawers no more.
I don't have time for it.
I love the feeling of that zipper up against my shit.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and we got 2.5 minutes left. Thank God. I've been watching the clock. Like Brian said, we are not taking long time on these type of.
Okay, yeah, be done with this.
No, you'll be done in 2.5 minutes. We're gonna get to this comedian conversation. But I'm bothered a lot lately, and I'm still trying to figure out how they draw the correlation between the slogan Black Lives Matter and then saying you're un-American. So like y'all were talking about earlier, they were saying that wearing a mask is somehow going against their civil liberties or whatever, and then saying that you don't want to be murdered unjustly by the police is being un-American.
Or oppose Planned Parenthood.
What they're doing. Yeah. No,
I'm sorry. Throw it in there. Not tonight.
We need an hour.
So, what happens is we will say we have a stance, but then expect people to understand what it is, and we'll get quiet about it, and it gives that other side the opportunity to create whatever other meaning they want with those stances. We'll say, wear the mask, and then we'll get quiet and just expect people to wear the mask. That gives them a chance to use their imagination and say the mask is them with an agenda trying to get Trump not elected. And then you got to try to figure out how the hell they drew that correlation. You can't. Don't. But it's aggravating when I hear stuff like that. There has been a reset button. Press on for July. Oh, yeah. They were pissing people off with that too. And that's that. So we're going to end this 30 seconds earlier. Listen. So we had a conversation earlier today about comedians. All right. I think the topic was best movie year or years for comedians. We said that 84 in the 80s, 84, early 90s was Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, 84 Eddie. Yep.
84 Eddie. 2014 Kevin Hart. 03 Will Ferrell, and 94 Jim Carrey. I personally don't think not Jim Carrey, Will Ferrell is comedically funny.
Yep. Okay.
Like, I don't think he can stand up. I don't think he can do stand up and make me laugh.
Well, he's not necessarily a comedian, but let me tell you what's in 03 so we can have the top for everybody. So 03, he did old school, and I'll keep 04 in there too. He did old school. 03 was Elf. And
Still haven't seen Elf.
04 is Anchorman. Those in a row.
What year was Talladega Nights?
That was 06. I remember it was right when I got out of college that came out.
So we're talking, Brian. This is why I'm confused. Brian's talking about stand up, but are we talking
about
let's say comedy type people? Sorry, I didn't mean to say
because that puts a much different spin on it.
Yeah, but this is what I like because Will Ferrell did have a string, but a lot of people don't find him funny. So that's why I like the argument.
My parents don't find him. Well, let me rephrase that. My dad doesn't like him, I guess, but he likes his movies, so it's strange.
Because he keeps a pretty entertaining supporting cast, so you don't have to pay attention to him the whole movie.
Right.
Like, I don't like Jack Black. Jack Black has never made me laugh.
Nope.
Well, once. Tropical, what was it called?
Tropic Thunder.
When he ran out of coke, he was on. That was hilarious. But other than that, he's never made me laugh. I don't think he's funny. He has a career for some reason. I don't know.
Tenacious D.
But yeah. But as far as I like Kevin Hart, and when I think about comedians, I think all around. Can this person make me laugh doing stand up? Can they make me laugh in the movie? And can they make me laugh standing still without having to jump all over the stage and act stupid?
Kevin Hart. Since you said Kevin Hart, in 2014, he had Ride Along. About Last Night, Think Like a Man 2. I've never seen the movie School Dance. And he was in top 5.
School Days. Not School Days. School Dance.
I think that was one of those Wayans movies. I think that's what that was.
Yeah.
I don't remember nothing called School Dance. I remember Night School.
I'm going to click on it. That was recently.
Yeah.
No, it's something with Nick Cannon. Never heard of it. I don't know. I thought that was something else.
Wholeheartedly pass. And what is Nick Cannon like? What is his career? Like, does he go down as an actor? A comedian?
He's done stand-up when he was young, but like kind of an actor in a way. He's just one of those people that, I don't know, it's hard to explain. He's an entrepreneur now for the most part. Yeah. He does a lot of stuff. He's getting that guap. I'll tell you
I respect the hustle.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about Kevin Hart, to be honest. I respect his hustle, but I'm not.
But I don't really watch his stuff.
Yeah,
I've been to the movies and seen one of the
Really? His stand-ups are funny. His stand-ups are funny.
There's like one I like. No,
I was gonna say Izzo. I'm kind of there with you too. Like in a way. So I think his stand-up. I like his stand-ups better than I would say I like his movies. His movies kind of remind me of what's the guy's name? Paul Blart. That dude.
Kevin James.
Kevin James. He let me get through this.
Talk this out.
All right. So, and the reason why I say that is because Kevin Hart has that one thing, like he's the small guy, and that's like the joke he pokes fun at all the time. Just like how Kevin James pokes the I'm a fat dude and try and be awkward doing those things. It's like it's the same through line on all of his stuff. Because think about his character in Jumanji. Any movie that he's done, it's always I'm a small dude and I'm trying to compete with everybody else in that same role. Like even this movie he's got coming out called Die Hard, it's the same thing. It's him being an action star, trying to become an action star because he's been cast as this little dude. So it's like a meta-textual joke, but it's still the same joke. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all of his movies to me just seem like they kind of. The only time I would actually say that I laughed of him really doing something somewhat different was in The 40-Year-Old Virgin when he was at like the Circuit City type store. And he was talking. You know what I'm saying?
This place up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, that was hilarious.
I did love that scene.
Well,
he killed that.
He did another one like that. It was The Wedding Ringer when he wasn't playing just a small
The
guy.
Wedding Ringer actually was a decent movie. I like.
I haven't seen that one. So
I like that. Might be one of my most favorite movies from him. To be honest with you,
I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah, I watched it on streaming.
Yeah, so I mean, he did break away from the sidekick, tiny, slapstick stuff on a couple of movies, but I think he's best doing stand up because I think he's funny.
There's no question about that.
Yeah, without trying to be funny, you know, because there are a lot of comedians that get up there and just start jumping around. That when you remember Def Comedy Jam, and the guy he was. I can't remember his name, but he would always do the real animated comedy where he pull his pants up under his armpits and walk around the stage on his tiptoes and stuff.
That sounds familiar, but I wouldn't know the name. No, but
I can't remember
definitely not me. But that kind of reminds me of Jim Carrey, though.
Yeah, but I couldn't stand that guy, Jim Carrey. You know, Jim Carrey has talent.
Oh no, there's no question because he can do comedy and he can be serious.
Yeah, so you kind of take the silly stuff that he does just as part of who he is, and it goes beyond slapstick sometimes. What's up, T-Mobile?
I was about to say his 94. Since you said Jim Carrey, 94 for him was Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber.
Has any of his movies not become a cartoon?
Huh?
Have any of his movies not become a cartoon? Because I know they
like
did.
movies like that.
The Truman Show?
Yeah. Okay.
But I know what you mean. Those type of movies. I feel you. No, I know where he was going.
I know what he was getting at.
I mean, there was the Mask cartoon.
Yes.
And I think there was an Ace Ventura cartoon. I want to say there was.
I think there was, yeah.
But like, I ain't gonna front, man. You can't deny that year. That year strong. That year real strong.
Yeah, Jim held it down. I mean,
and I gave people like a window, like a year before, the year after. Like, you know, you might get that one too. That's strong. The year after he did Batman Forever, yeah, like that didn't happen.
I mean,
but I think
it was no. Here's the funny thing about it: is like him as the Riddler. It's like you could see it. It's just that they took it one step too far.
Yeah,
like you could see, like him. Like I think he was cast right for that role. I just think that the portrayal that Schumacher was going for, he just took it one step.
If he was the Riddler in one of the recent Batmans, I'll just say any of the recent Batman,
I would agree.
It would have been a completely different thing.
It would have been a different thing, but I think he still could have. I think he still would have been able to be cast in the role without a problem.
Yeah, but that Batman movie that he was in was just trash. Because that was the one with Tommy Lee Jones in it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Two-Face.
Yeah. And Robin.
Yeah.
So it was just they put all the candy in that movie, like all the sweet shit. It was in that movie.
Which one had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it?
I think it was that one.
Oh my god, that movie, or is that Batman and Robin?
No, that was the other one. Yeah.
Batman and Robin is the last one, right?
Yeah, because Mr. Freeze was
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who was in there with Mr. Freeze? Because they usually put two villains in those.
Bane,
Danny DeVito.
No.
Yeah, who was Bane?
No.
That was Batman.
Penguin
Return.
was in. Yeah,
he was in Return.
That was still a good one. Yeah, that was with Catwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was just bad. I mean, I and we talked about Chappelle earlier. Like I would clearly put Chappelle on this list if he had movies on his belt.
Wasn't he in Robin Hood Men in Tights?
It doesn't.
Yeah, I still remember like the commercials because I remember I said that's the black dude from Robin Hood.
He's got that's he was that one, and then he's also got Half Baked.
He was funny as shit.
Half Baked and Undercover Brother. I mean, he has.
Yeah.
He was in Con Air.
Oh,
yeah,
that is right.
Movies, but
he had a great line in that movie.
He was in National Security.
Huh. Okay.
Like he played bit roles.
Yeah, he did have bit roles.
So here's my thing. Chappelle now, or even Chappelle 10 years ago, wouldn't have to do those types of bit roles. He'd have a fucking movie if he really wanted to. Nobody on that list can touch 84 Eddie though. None of them.
Yeah.
Kevin, my only beef with Kevin Hart is he makes short guys slapstick. Joe Pesci spent most of his career trying to make little guys tough. And then here comes Kevin Hart fucking all that shit up. Thanks, dickhead. So I don't like the slapstick shit, but his stand-up is great. I like his stand-up. I can't front.
Right.
But Eddie Murphy was able to translate his stand-up to his movies early.
What's bullshit, Mark? Well, go ahead. I'm listening. I was just asking the Marvelous Predicate.
Yeah, I don't know. But Eddie, like, we're talking between Raw, Delirious, like that era. Eddie, oh my god. I mean, Martin. I mean,
I'll look at Martin.
Martin's kind of slapstick too, though.
I'll look at Martin in a second.
He has
okay. So Martin had opportunity in his career to do slapstick, and he has, but he's done a lot of other roles to where it was like he wasn't slapstick; he was holding his own. My thing that kind of puts Martin a few notches below is the whole Big Mama's House thing.
Oh well.
Like, I really think that was just Hollywood trying to keep him in a bubble, and it kind of messed up his image for me. I know he did Sinead and all that other stuff, but I didn't like the whole Big Mama's House thing. Run Tell That was good too.
Yeah, Run Tell That. I didn't go see it, but it was way better than I thought it was going to be.
Martin should get
so what I think what the Marvelous Predicate is saying, and I need to call you something else. That's a long ass name. You're saying Martin,
Eddie and Norbit was that like,
but we're talking about like a frame of time. Like you were like white hot. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Not that's like the totality of their career.
Right. I've never watched Norbit.
Yeah, so real quick, so he'll understand what we're saying. So let's say 84. I'll give 83 to him since that's in the same frame. Delirious came out.
Oh my god.
Trading Places came out.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know Best Defense.
That was a crash movie.
Yes. And then Beverly Hills Cop came out in 84. So that's between 83 and 84. Those, well, I'll say 3 because the other one just kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Like Best that came out. That's white hot. That's white hot.
Right.
Best Defense almost fucked his career up, to be honest. That's how bad it was.
Huh?
Best Defense?
Yeah, I never even seen it. Like that's how much they forget about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to find it. It had Dudley Moore.
Dudley Moore.
Dudley Moore.
I clicked on
a tank.
That's stupid.
Right. Dudley Moore.
Wasn't Dudley Moore in the movie with Richard Pryor too? Or was that somebody else I'm thinking of?
He might have been. Dudley Moore should be in a lot of movies.
Yeah, he was.
But to me, 84 Eddie, shit. When he did, I think things started falling apart when he started having kids, and he's like, he started doing that slapstick bullshit. Like Beverly Hills Cop 3 was trash.
It was. Yeah, we're going off movies.
When did Golden Child come out?
88, 86, 88. Between 86 and 88, I think.
Yeah.
Is someone looking that up?
Golden Child
86.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Martin, I looked at him. Martin does movies few and far in between. Like he does one. He was going like one a year for a while because his check would be so big. It's like shit. I ain't about to kill myself.
Right.
That's kind of where he was with his thing.
His bit roles were awesome though. Marcus in Boomerang.
Hilarious. Even playing Bilal. House Party.
When did Harlem Nights come out?
89, I think.
Yeah, 89.
So damn, Eddie had like the 80s. The 80s was
Eddie
Murphy.
And like, yeah, I mean, I don't even know who said Will Ferrell or Jim Carrey. I mean, yeah, I like him, but you can't touch Eddie. Like that era Eddie. You can't fuck with him.
Well, I mean, when you talk about classic shit that you know you're going to be talking about for the next few years or forever, as far as TV is concerned, you're always going to talk about Beverly Hills Cop. You're always going to talk about 48 Hours, you know, and you're always going to talk about Eddie Murphy's stand-up. Well, Eddie was King. Yeah, you always going to talk about his. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Will Ferrell and Jim Carrey have one or two movies you might mention from decades to come. You know, you might mention
Step Brothers,
Anchorman for a while.
Old School, Anchorman, Talladega Nights.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, in that case, he got more hits than Jim Carrey then, because I mean,
Jim Carrey's got the Mask, Dumb and Dumber, and Ace Ventura.
Because I'm not gonna lie, the other guys is very slept on. That's a funny.
Oh, that's a funny movie. Yeah, that is a funny movie. Yeah, that is a funny movie. I know this is gonna sound like have any of y'all seen the Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
Nope. No, but I heard
nobody's seen that at the Roxbury, Mark. Don't ever mention that movie again.
No.
I appreciate you saying that because that was doo doo.
I'll be honest, man. Jim Carrey in the new Sonic movie, honestly, is like his return to form in Ace Ventura. Like that's he actually did a really good job in that movie.
That actually made me nervous when I saw him up there. I was like, "Oh shit, he's gonna get up here." Let me tell you what I was thinking. I thought he was gonna get up here in his return to comedic grandeur or whatever, and then overdo it.
Nah,
and it was gonna be bad. But
I think he's in a place in his life. He feel like he's comfortable with himself right now.
It's right that his portrayal of Dr. Robotnik in that movie is actually pretty. It's different from how I guess you would see it in the quote unquote the games, but I'll be honest, it's right where it needs to be.
So not over the top.
Not over the top.
I'm gonna kill Marcus.
Yeah, damn it, Marcus. No.
Why you held up? I remember seeing a commercial for Held Up, and I'm like,
Held Up.
I used to want to go see every black movie at the gas station, right? Or like the store on the side of the road or some shit. Yeah, I remember that.
Something like that. I mean, Held Up came out with that little circle of movies where it was like our most famous black comedians.
We're gonna throw them in a cheap movie. They'll throw them in a cheap movie.
Yeah, it was Held Up, Blue Streak.
Shit. I think Players Club and Booty Call were in there too. Sprung. No, Sprung didn't have nobody famous.
What year did Soul Plane come out?
That's like 04.
I don't know. I've never seen that movie.
4 you never seen it? I've seen it tons of times late nights.
Wow.
Coming home from the club on BT.
Wow, bro.
I've seen it tons of times. Always late at night.
You need therapy.
Oh, it was Blue Streak. Was that Blue Streak with Martin and Danny DeVito?
No.
Not Danny DeVito.
But that's Nothing to Lose.
Was in it.
Yeah.
Is it Nothing to Lose? Is that it?
Nothing to Lose. Something
like about Diamond.
That was Tim Robbins.
That was Blue Streak.
Diamond?
No,
Diamond.
The movie about the diamond. I thought it was Blue. I thought that was Blue Streak.
That wasn't.
Because it was Danny DeVito had actually robbed Martin. Or
that was something else.
Yeah,
I thought that was Blue Streak. Anyway, it might have been Nothing to Lose. You might be right.
No, it's not Nothing to Lose.
Oh, it's not. What's Nothing to Lose? I haven't seen Nothing to Lose in years.
Nothing to Lose with Tim Robbins.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, it's Blue Streak. It is Blue Streak. Because he's a jewels thief. He's a jewels thief.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yes.
Listen, Dave Chappelle's in that. I do remember that now.
I'm telling you, it's not Blue Streak because in Blue Streak he was
There ain't many movies left.
He went undercover.
What's the worst that could happen?
Right.
Nah,
yeah, that came out.
Yep.
Oh, that came out the summer before I went to college.
That
I
shit
don't
was
remember
trash.
I didn't go do nothing. I remember that.
It was, but it was one of the movies that you had to watch just because it was Martin.
Oh, the Carmen chick was in that movie? Oh, I remember that because she fine as I remember that now.
I meant to say
Carmen who?
Chappelle, the one that played I always say her last name wrong. The chick that played Emma Coretta Scott King in Selma. You remember that woman? She played in other stuff. I'm gonna look at it right now. Why not get off on a tangent? You'll know when you see her. She played on the last episode of the last year of True Detective. Bad. That's all I can say.
The reason why I remember it was Blue Streak.
There you go.
The reason why I remember it was Blue Streak is because
Fantastic Beast she's been in.
Jay-Z's girl's best friend was the track in that movie.
So sweet.
That's why. So I know it was Blue Streak for that.
Mm-hmm.
I hated that song.
I did too.
Oh, the Carmen Ejoga girl was married to Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah.
The what?
She's beautiful. She is beautiful.
Carmen Ejogo. EJOGO.
You talking about Peoples? You talking about Peoples from
Peoples? Yeah.
That's one talented guy. Like he is not appreciated the way he needs to be.
No, he has that motherfucker had hella range.
Mm-hmm. He has all the range. Ain't nothing he ain't got.
But he's been in that show that I've been watching, Westworld. So
Westworld's filled with a lot of good actors. I see.
It is.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sorry, Marcus. Jamie Foxx ain't on that list, buddy.
He's talented.
He is.
I remember I got excited for the Miami Vice movie, but that shit was boring.
That
had all. Well, now he's doing. He has the Mike Tyson movie coming out.
He's gonna do that right.
I think.
Yeah, which may be pretty good.
Because I was like, oh hell no. But then I thought about it. I was like, never mind.
Nah, he's gonna do that right.
Rob, what's going on? Rob Sanders is in the building. What's going on, Rob? Hope you're feeling good, man. I saw your announcement on Facebook.
Rob, you pregnant?
What? Prayers are with you.
So yeah, we're praying for you, man. I know that ain't nothing nice to go through, and people not taking this thing seriously, but COVID is out here. People, just letting y'all know, it's no joke. But we're in here talking about comedians and who actually has a body of work worth a damn, and who may be mentioned decades from now. And I know, Predaking, you were naming a bunch of stuff earlier, but you got to understand, I don't think those movies that you were naming, I don't think those movies you were naming are going to be talked about 10 years from now. So we're talking about movies that you're going to see the poster and be like, I know who that actor is, and you're going to name the actor and be like, I remember him in so and so and so. So yeah, we know, Rob, you got the Rona. Go ahead.
I just thought about it. So no matter how you feel about like Kevin Hart or Tiffany Haddish, they came up doing like the traditional ass traveling and doing like comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They know each other. Mm-hmm. They're in that last realm. Right now, we're in the realm of the you could say TikTok. What was the shit that was 6 seconds before? There's a lot of people who came off of Vine, mm-hmm. Instagram. Mm-hmm. That's where we're at now. None of those people have even came close to garnering anything other than like guest appearances and a little bit of things here and there. Do you think people like that, comedians, or it's just going to be actors who are funny or who can portray?
Well, see, that's the problem with coming off Vine and TikTok and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. What happens is you don't form a style, mm-hmm. and you don't try to figure out what makes the crowd work.
Your style is honestly based off of algorithms.
You have to bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Once you bomb in a nightclub, in a comedy club, then you're like, I forgot who said.
You gotta get broken down to get built back up.
Right, you're reborn. Yeah. So, will not be.
That's exactly true. Because the audiences are changing. Like.
They are, but it's different because we could say, well, we talked about Richard Pryor when we were young, mm-hmm. but and he's right. Like everything's not spur of the moment, but in the moment, mm-hmm. and then I forgot about whoever. So,
and I'm not saying any people aren't on the road because a lot of them are that I read.
Yeah, they are.
But like, Why they ain't jumping into these movies? Like, and if they
But
are,
see, the
why aren't
thing
they
is-
like shooting off like the rocket, like some of these people do, and sustained it? Like Kevin Hart, no matter how we feel, he sustained it.
Right.
Yeah, but I
He's
mean,
sustained it.
Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, and people before them, since they've traveled so much, they know you can't come to South Carolina or Atlanta or whatever and say the jokes that you're gonna say in the same style as you would in California, because they know how the people work, they know how the crowd works. And it's the same thing with music, man. It's the same thing with these artists. You can't go all over the place and you bombed in certain areas and then made it in another area and then just keep the same show.
Right.
So it cheapens the art. You know?
Man,
It just makes it Hollywood.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
What did you about to say?
Yeah, and I mean, then we're talking about anything, I guess, art related in quotes, because I mean, we say the same shit about hip hop, say the same shit about acting. Like everybody can, instead of paying their dues, they just hit YouTube or one of these social media things and try to get their money now.
Yeah.
But I think certain things will sustain. If you have talent, substance will always be sustained. Like the one-hit wonders, they're gonna get their money and then we're gonna forget about them. But there's gonna be people who are consistent and have talent, and those are the ones that are gonna stick around.
So, see, you have a really funny point, because I was thinking about when you said one-hit wonders, but it's like, you know, if you think about like the period, like the 80s, the 70s, 80s, and 90s, there are one-hit wonders, but like those songs stuck. And then fast forward to now, it's like your one-hit wonders, like they have a song, it comes and then it goes, and you never hear about it again.
Right.
So it's interesting how even with one-hit wonders, it's like the quality of that song in the time that it was in, it's like it just had staying power, where things now they just don't.
Make a good ass point. Mark Morrison. Hard. That song still, when it comes on, you sing it. He ain't nowhere to be found, but you will still sing it.
Oh man!
I'm not singing no Lil Yachty song from 2 years ago. They suck, man. I don't know them. And I keep my ears to the street.
Let's not forget about Splackavelli.
See,
right?
But yet we still know it. We still know it.
I'm laughing because went to the doctor's office once, and that was somebody's ringtone, and I had to fight my hardest not to die laughing in that office.
What does he mean? Put T-Mobile's comment up. Like, what does he mean? Like music wise?
You mean music wise or comedic wise? T-Mobile.
Comedian wise, it's still kind of the same people putting out the same movies. Like,
I love Bill Burr.
I was gonna say Bill Burr.
That's my favorite comedian right now. Like the Chappelle or whatever, huh?
That's the point. Like the ones that we're naming, they're old.
Oh yeah, I agree. Bill Burr came up with a lot of those other people. Like,
right?
Can you name a young stand-up comedian?
Can what?
Can you name a young stand-up comedian?
You're making a good.
How old is Tom Segura?
He's
in his 40s.
Yeah, Tom Segura is fucking hilarious.
I think Pete Davidson's hilarious.
I've never seen his
Pete Davidson is tragic hilarious. Like his shit sad.
I was like, I say tragedy. I haven't heard it. Yeah.
He has dark humor, so if you don't know, his father died in 9/11 as a firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll say something.
So that's like, real?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh shit. So that movie is like a play on his real life?
Yeah.
That movie.
Ain't no way I'm playing that role.
So, well,
Jesus,
he went through therapy for it. But anyway,
I understand.
What's therapy? There's one part of the movie. There was like, knock, knock. Who's there? Mm-hmm. Not your dad. So,
shit.
See, this how motherfuckers screw up people. Now I get it. I get it. I've solved it, guys. I get it. People,
but like, who's the dude with the
Who's the what now?
he was on, and I'm glad he brought that up. Who's the dude with the tattoo on his head?
Talk about DC Young Fly.
DC Young. He's not funny to me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's not funny to me either. I like Carlos and Chico Bean, but a lot of people like DC. I don't get it. It's the same over the top. Like, I feel like I know people like him that have been funny like that in life, but it doesn't mean they comedians.
Isn't he one of the ones that fucked up How High too?
Yes.
Why the fuck am I going to listen? Well, I'm not going to watch you, motherfucker. So,
not saying he ain't funny to some people. It's just not for me at all.
Yeah.
Oh, well, put him up. Put him up so we can. This is a sharing community. So,
because the first thing I'm going to do is go to YouTube and like watch some of their bits.
Because I would love to be up onto new people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, I will say that there's this one, but he's having problems right now. But I've seen like 2 of his stand-ups on Netflix, and they're really, really funny. It's Chris D'Elia.
Wait, what is Chris
Why do I know him?
I've heard that name before.
Yeah, he's on Netflix.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's but right now it's like there's this scandal out about him, about like him apparently grooming some young girls.
Haha Davis.
I know
who that is. I do watch his, I don't know why that escaped me. I watch his videos. He has some good ass videos about real shit too.
Okay.
I do know Haha Davis. Hasn't he been on like the Breakfast Club before?
Oh yeah, that's the dude.
But does he do
the dude that did the prison skit?
He does stand up.
Oh, okay.
And that the dude that did the prison skit?
Yeah. Guard.
Yeah.
Guard. I'll give you that. Haha Davis. That's good. I don't know. I forgot that. Yep. I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
what's my man name that does the voices over the animal videos?
Oh,
Tony
Baker. Tony Baker.
Yeah,
but Tony Baker's in his early 40s.
Yeah, but he hadn't made it yet. Jasmine Love.
But I mean,
Jasmine Love.
That's like the same argument that we're using for Bill Burr, because I mean, like, he's kind of recently got into the household.
Well, he's gotten to the stratosphere, as you
right,
because he's been there. Because hell, he was on Breaking Bad.
Right,
he was. Bill Burr was on the Chappelle Show.
Mm-hmm. But you didn't know who he was. I
did.
It's like to the uninitiated.
Oh, right. I'm a comedy. I'm a comedy club guy.
Sure. Right.
So I would know, such and such, and look them up, and hopefully they'll be in town, or when I go home, hopefully they'll be in town or whatever. So I knew who Bill Burr was, but I get it. You're right. He hit another different atmosphere recently.
Have you seen his?
Sure can. I know you're talking about. I know him.
Have you seen his rant about Philly?
About Philly? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look it up. It is. He rags on the entire city for about a good 10 minutes. It is glorious because he says like your hero is a person that didn't even exist.
Puppy Longway.
I don't know who Puppy Longway is.
I'm googling people as you go.
I'm glad this is.
Yeah, I don't know who Puppy Longway is.
I have no idea who that is either.
Puppy Long Stockings.
But so who's your top? Give me your top 5 stand-up comedians, if y'all can.
Current or all time?
All time.
I'll see. All time.
And let me say this: your favorites are going to be different than all-time greats.
Right.
So are we going by? We might as well do our favorites because it's hard for me.
Yeah, do your favorites.
Oh, what's yours since you brought this topic?
Yeah, you go first.
Now mine's not going to be in no order, but I have 5. I have to think it out now.
So apparently Rob has seen what you're talking about.
Yeah. I think Bill Burr's at my top. Early Eddie. And if he ever puts out anything, I think he'll be back on top or close to the top.
Right.
Fuck, I forgot his name. Early Richard.
Brewski. I think I follow him on Twitter. If I think I know what he's talking about.
So Bill Burr, Dave, Early Richard.
Yep, I do follow that guy on Twitter. He is hilarious.
I can't give you two. I got too many.
Your topic.
I know.
Well, I'll give you
topic.
I'll give you people that I listen to every time they're on like either TV or on one of the satellite comedy shows. Kevin, Eddie, Red Fox, Mitch Hedberg.
Oh God.
And yeah. I need one more. Who can I listen to? Oh, was this Tracy? No, not Tracy Morgan. What's the dude's name who passed away? The dude who died.
Bernie Mac?
The big dude that died. No.
Patrice O'Neal.
Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah, I can listen to Patrice O'Neal anytime.
Pryor, Murphy.
So those are my 5 I can listen to.
Jim Norton's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I still don't know who Jim Jeffries is. I'm embarrassed to say I don't know who it is. Sam Kinison, yeah.
I'm too young for Sam Kinison.
Some people don't know it because he talks within the culture, but George Lopez is fucking.
I do like him, but I think since I caught it later, I don't have no nostalgia to it. A lot of my
I don't like his mannerisms. His mannerisms get on my nerve, and it
he moving too much for you.
For me. Oh, y'all the little twitching and moving and shit.
Yeah.
I was early on. I was a Carlos Mencia fan until I found out he stole.
Oh, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, man.
He's a piece of shit.
Rogan ate his ass.
He stole jokes.
Oh, yeah, man.
He stole everybody jokes.
Listen, you go to the comedy club,
and
you watch people do their bit, and then you take pieces of their bit. Don't tell them. Don't ask. You know, in the way I understand it, in their community. They'll be like, hey, can I use that? Or, you know, is it all right if, you know, they'll ask permission. He didn't say. He pawned it off as his own, made money off the shit.
And then the comedian, yep.
Rogan, I don't know if I like his stand-up as far as Joe Rogan, but his podcast is great.
I've seen him. I've
never seen his stand-up, so I've
actually seen his stand-up in person. It was actually pretty great.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest.
He's a worker, man.
It's the one. He's
a worker.
The one that's on Netflix, Triggered, is the one that I saw here in Durham, and yeah, it was great. I will say his delivery on the Netflix one is different from how he did it in Durham.
He probably was still working it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's still good, but yeah, it was great that night.
Joe Coy is another one.
Yeah, he is funny.
His last Netflix special, I mean, that's going back to the Philippines, and that's great. But it doesn't have a lot of his shit. But if you look at his earlier shit, fucking hilarious, man. I'm glad this is making me think.
All right, everybody's kind of mentioned all the ones that I would have said, but I'm gonna add Tom Segura in there personally.
Oh God.
Because like all of his jokes, and it's like he's got really deadpan humor down extremely well. So like any joke he makes, it's just like, you know, you shouldn't be laughing at it, but it's like he doesn't give you any choice. Like that whole bikes thing.
Oh God!
Have y'all not watched
the special?
Oh no, I have. Oh.
I know they have.
I don't think they have.
This is the Wu-Tang joke.
That was a master class Wu-Tang show.
I love Carlin.
Damn, Rob took my thunder.
Oh, dude, forgot about Carlin.
You want to talk about pissing off the establishment?
Carlin was great.
For me, Carlin would have been right outside of that because I still need to go back and watch it. But I remember all the time I would catch it on HBO late at night randomly. So I catch some of the jokes and then some shit go in my head because I was so young. But I'm like, why is this dude funny to me? I didn't expect a dude with pull back hair to be funny to me.
John Leguizamo,
who was the comedian? Who was the depressed looking comedian with like the bald spot and the long hair, and he had a real monotone voice?
That's definitely.
He was like back in like the 90s.
Say that again now.
And he just talked like this the whole time, and all of his jokes were in this same tone.
That don't.
I can't remember this comedian's name.
I got George Carlin was very.
Yeah, he was animated.
He sounds pissed off when he was.
Yeah,
he was on his shows.
Nobody
said Rock. Rock is one of mine.
Chris is all right.
One of mine. He has it, man.
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac. Even right.
Bernie Mac's one of mine.
Right is one.
He's in mine. It would be Chris, him, Chappelle, Eddie, of course.
Yeah, right.
I feel like I'm cliche when I say Pryor, but the thing is, I like Pryor a lot, but a lot of stuff kind of misses me because of the time. So I probably put Bill Burr there for myself. Bill Burr's right there. And people are like, really? Yes, Bill Burr's right there for me.
Paul Mooney to me is great as a writer. I never liked his delivery.
His delivery pisses me off half the time because it's arrogant. That's what annoys me.
Right. Yeah, probably.
Arrogant. I don't like arrogance. Like I want you not to say be self-deprecating, but just project and be funny. Like I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm better.
Ari Spears is hilarious, and
he's very underrated.
He does a bit about Paul Mooney and imitates him to the T.
He knows who I'm talking about, right? The comedian I was thinking about was Stephen Wright. Y'all need to look up his shit.
Okay.
How you spell it, Stephen? With a V or the PH?
The V.
Okay.
But all of his jokes are just like in this same monotone the whole time. And it's like real dry humor.
Damn, how you remember him? That's crazy. I recognize his face now. Jesus Christ, Brian, that's a good memory.
Hey, the dudes who used to do the Comedy Central roasts, Geraldo was great. Bill Maher, Greg Giraldo, he used to do the Comedy Central roast, like Bill Shatner and Dennis Leary. Like he did all of them shits. Flavor Flav, he did all of them shits. That motherfucker was bad. That dude went to an Ivy League school to be a lawyer. Said, "Fuck this! I want to be a stand-up comedian." And then I don't know. He was like Mitch Hedberg. He couldn't stop the drugs, so he ended up ODing. But that motherfucker was bad.
He dead?
Yeah.
Who did?
Greg Giraldo. He been dead 15 years.
Shit.
Who's Greg Giraldo? I heard you say it, but that doesn't.
The dude who most of the time he used to start the roast for the Comedy Central roast.
Oh yeah, he's been dead 10 years. I said, oh wow, really? I recognize his face now.
Yeah,
damn, I missed
that motherfucker was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
When he gave somebody the business. No, that was somebody else.
Dude, I see. Yeah, he's like on this thing over and over and over and over. That
motherfucker was hilarious.
He's been on like every late night show. I'm looking on here. He was on all of them.
I gotta say, every roast. Like top 10.
I wonder what happens at a certain level of success, like whatever your profession is, whether you're an athlete, a musician, or a comedian. At what point in your success do you say, "I'm gonna do crack"?
I mean,
like when do you start that?
When you're born in Columbus, Ohio, on a December night and got nothing to do.
Yeah,
on the road, I guess.
If you're an artist, if you're a genius, you got something wrong with you. So you're gonna do something to fucking.
Talking about Kanye.
Well, most people in entertainment, if you have to stand in front of the crowd,
that motherfucker. Let's not talk about that.
I'm playing. Get back on top.
What did you say? Stop it. No, Brian, nope. Stop. Nope. We are done. We are past
future president.
Nope. Oh, Bill Maher does all politics now.
Nope,
I mean, that's fun.
Yeah, we're good.
He found his stick.
We are good, fam. We are good.
Why the fuck did you do that?
Oh, that's a hell of a
I know how to trigger you.
That's
Nah,
man, we just hit the rumble strips, man. Let's get back on the road, dog.
It's just like no, for real. It's if you're in that spectrum of genius.
Never mind.
No, I wasn't gonna say the other thing. If you're in that I guess atmosphere or whatever environment, you something's wrong with you, dude.
Yeah.
Well, what I was gonna say
in your top 5.
What I was gonna say is if you're in some sort of, and Mobile gonna comment when I say this, if you're in anything with the entertainment business and you have to be in front of people over and over and over again doing your craft, you do have to have a bit of narcissism about you. So there is even with this podcast, all 4 of us, even Jason, you have to be a little narcissistic to do a podcast every week and think people give a damn about what you're saying.
Nobody gives a fuck what I say. I'm drunk.
Okay. Every other day you're drunk. Okay.
So apparently, there is a slight, I'm not going to say mental disorder, but there is something there that could lead to drug use with most entertainers, artists, and celebrities.
I already checked that.
That's why y'all drinking.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's why y'all drinking right now.
I was thinking something like you're.
Y'all
I was just drinking water, guys. Trying to get my water intake up.
Is that the cup that I said came from 1984?
Because it's probably older than that. It's one of those things you end up having, like, I'm keeping this forever.
Right.
Even so, you got to be an asshole just a little bit.
Yeah.
You have to be.
No.
Yep. Ooh, it actually says Tupperware on the bottom too, so it's real.
Because think about it. Not every comedian, not every entertainer is on something. It's just a few.
Mm-hmm. But I guarantee you, all of them got a vice. Look at Jay Leno, all those cars. For what?
Yeah, of course.
Hey, you know what? I can speak to that. Sometimes everybody's got a thing.
There you go.
Everybody's got a thing, man.
You see some of mine back here. So everybody's got something.
Right.
Oh, he ain't got a body on his bed right now? Okay, great.
Hey, the bed ain't even up. See there.
Wow.
Anyway,
Anyway, I got that.
No, for real. Like Ernest Hemingway was a genius, but what was he on? Some of fucking everything.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Picasso cut his fucking ear off?
Yep.
Angel does.
For a chick.
I thought it was for a chick, right? Yeah.
It was for a chick.
I don't know why he did that. I mean, what was the conversation before you cut your ear off for a chick?
I don't know. It's just
so you don't think? No, I don't think anybody can say anything to make me want to cut my ear off.
I'm just saying, there's eccentric people. And
that ain't even that August Alsina stuff.
Alsina.
I can't say that motherfucking name. I don't care.
Why are we gonna give?
Name a song.
Listen,
I don't know.
why are we gonna give a snitch?
He looks like he whines for a living. I don't know.
He begs.
Because my thing is, like I said, what we said last week, we all think it's real, but you're not playing the game right to go to run your lips about it, my G.
Mm-hmm. You got the same to get some pussy.
Yeah, like why are you? Never mind. Some people are built different. That's all I can say.
Time.
Shoot, they've been talking about him all week, boy. They've been clowning the shit out of that.
Interesting to me. It's so fascinating that he was the one she picked. And I'm not trying to be a hater.
That actually kind of bothered me. That kind of bothered me. Because as a kid, I respected Pac. I'm like, okay, Pac had all right, Will, okay. And then like, this little nigga, really?
Right. Yeah. You couldn't have picked somebody else.
Oh, like karaoke? Like we talk about Karuchi?
Oh my God.
Karuchi? Karachi?
Kimchi?
I don't know. That's so racist. Jesus, I'm disappointed in you, sir.
Oh God.
How you feel about yourself?
What T-Mobile said, they ain't no reason to say his name right.
You said what?
Like T-Mobile said, there ain't no reason to say his name right. Am I reading that right? I don't.
No, he said he refuses to say the name right.
I can't blame him.
That shit pisses me off every time I hear it. I'm like, you would blab. You were living a great life. Why are you talking?
Jada, for real? Then you knew this motherfucker wasn't a snitch.
Right.
And he probably gave signs early to say, ooh, I'm going to tell everybody about this. This is delicious.
It's almost like that Chappelle skit where he got Oprah pregnant.
Oh man,
It's almost like that, but not really.
Yeah.
Oh
That whole
man,
thing is weird to me. And I think that's why we need some soy sauce. No, Rob. No. Rob. I'm not even supposed to.
Why did you read it?
oh man.
Yeah, but the thing is, the whole thing is interesting because Jada is every man over 30, 35. Huh?
That's one of those ones you wanted.
Yeah, he was everybody's fantasy. She was everybody's fantasy.
I was following, man. You all right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm drunk. But yeah, she was, man. We're not talking about food. But so when she can go around and just give it away to some undeserving piece of shit.
I wish it was just any other R&B singer. Like you ain't got no power. You said Trey Songz. I'd hate, but
if Chris Brown said I smashed, I'd be like, yo, Chris,
I wouldn't be bothered. Wouldn't be bothered as much.
I'll get saltines. Who the fuck is this man?
Oh man, y'all are terrible.
Where did he come from? And then he's doing the interview, and his hair is like it's like pink and purple and shit.
He had the Keep It Cool Khalees hair. That shit was funny when they showed that picture. Oh, I know we said this last week, but that thing's still funny.
Wait, did I hear that? Was I on?
Yeah, you were probably drunk. I don't know.
I was probably drunk again. Okay.
She belongs to the street.
She belongs to the street, bro.
Yeah,
she's belonged to
way
the street
back
for a while.
in Baltimore.
Yeah, and I think Will knows that, which is why he's just.
I can still remember back like the last season he was on that show on Fresh Prince. I think around the time he started dating her, I'm like, he dated her. I was shocked because I remember she was kind of the loud, rough around the edges chick. It kind of shocked me. So, wow.
I don't think so, brother.
Hey,
I got a feeling.
I take the chance.
I got a feeling.
Who
some
would
life changing?
Yes.
I'm not gonna finish.
I don't know, man. Will,
just leave that right there.
Will dipped in and dipped out. I don't know.
Yeah, that's normally how having kids work.
You might have a point.
Will made 2 of the strangest kids in Hollywood behind that chick.
You ain't never lied. Oh my God.
Yeah, so
I'm not talking about.
I don't know.
It's in the sun. I'll give you that.
Excuse me, what?
Please.
I don't like Vlad, but
oh shit, we got an argument in the stands.
I don't. Not doing it.
Somebody
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Not God that she won't be on the show.
I don't.
She might just so she can defend us. She might invite us on the red table or whatever.
I saw
hearing at her.
I posted
the red table.
Well, someone said today they were like, Jay, they don't take this long to pull chairs up to the red table.
I laughed.
Because didn't she say it like a week ago?
Right. Yeah.
The red table.
Like, you don't need no healing. You know, she know what she was doing.
I'm gonna interview her mom. Her daughter. Who gonna talk to her about this?
Right.
Right. Nah.
So
hey,
that's legit gonna be the most watched red table she's done.
Hey,
I ain't watched none of it.
Ever.
What if the so weird, dog?
She's so like she's like legit like a therapist on this red table. So wait a minute. No. Fuck you, bitch.
Hey man.
Teabag that table.
You will not talk about Jada Pinkett in that manner.
I just did.
Okay. I'm saying. You ain't had to. That's what I was saying. I said you ain't had to.
Nah, I mean, I'm not gonna front. Like, low down dirty Shane Jada was like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I get it. I know.
Even Jada in her bad movies was bad. Woo? Wasn't she in Woo? Was that Woo?
Oh my God, I forgot about that trash.
Yeah, that's just horrible. But she was still the baddest thing, and I watched that whole movie.
That's because nothing.
Oh man.
You think it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
What you said?
They're definitely on the
It
television.
looks like
Right.
when the man hits the face repeatedly.
Oh
Not talking. No. Yeah.
You know.
What's going on, Bobby? Big bro.
Fuck.
But yeah. How did we leave comedians and get all the way to Jada and August Salty Water?
Because we got adult ADHD.
That just me.
I can't say his name, and I legit like I can't remember his name. August
Augustus
Maximus. Salisbury Steak. Doug say I'm hating if you want to. I probably am a little bit.
No, are you really? No. Because I don't give a fuck who she give to, but tell them dudes to shut the fuck up. Like, what kind of hoe are you running your mouth as a man? Like,
I agree.
The fuck, man.
So I just want to let you know it's more prevalent than you'll ever think.
Oh, I know. I know.
So one thing that I have learned as an adult male is that like other adult males run their mouth a lot.
Yes, sir.
Dude.
You know, I think in general, I thought that people would be adults by the time I was 39, 40 years old.
Oh no.
Who lied
but
to you?
they're just children with bills.
Somebody lied to you.
Yeah. So you still run into the same messy people doing messy shit and then talking about stuff they probably don't need to be talking about to the wrong people.
I can't stand the dude who talks bad about you so people would like him.
I ran into that a few times.
I'm fucking 45 years old. That shit is still happening. What the fuck wrong with you? Grow up, bitch.
Yeah. And you can't beat them up because that's just wrong as an adult. You can't just go around.
No. I mean, see, the thing is, you can. There are just consequences.
I mean, right. So, and the thing that probably the most dangerous thing to me was at an early age, I was like, if I do this, I got consequences. I can handle those consequences. Like, I got bail money now. I'm good.
Yeah.
So you work just to accumulate bail money?
No. He got it. Sosa is planning the most elaborate heist ever because you can tell how long he's been working collecting this money. My bill's at what?
I got it.
You know what I meant to say?
You're a skank.
We'll talk about that next week.
You know, what Bobby said was male and female roles are reversed. I can't say that they've been reversed. I can't say that a lot of males acting like hoes right now.
Ooh, you better talk about it.
Didn't Kendrick say that shit? DL did that his whole career. Did what? I did
talk about other dudes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm really a fan of him.
I was never a fan.
I grew to like him a lot.
I like him as an activist, but not as
there you go. That's exactly
I like him as the voice of reason. I don't think I've laughed at too many of his stand-ups.
Nah, man.
His one on
his
Netflix,
current one is good.
Yeah, his one on Netflix is actually all right.
He's appreciated very well as he got older. Some people I know like him a lot. I did not like him when I was younger at all.
Nah, because that dude, I can talk about people in the fucking stand. I mean, in the audience.
Right.
Yeah. But dudes, she said men are acting like bitches. I just think people just don't know how to shut up and they don't know how to keep other people's shit out of their mouth. I don't know what goes on in everybody's life because I don't care, and I think everybody should be like that. I don't give a shit what's going on. But apparently, people need things to keep going in order to feel like their day is filled with something. So when they run out of stuff to talk about, they're gonna come around you and see what you're doing, so they can go talk about your shit.
Right.
And man, I work around plenty of people like that, and I'm like, I'm not telling you shit.
I mean, there's some people you have to actually, physically restrain yourself from telling anything about what's going on in your life because you know it'll be around the building before then.
That's easy. I don't do that shit. Papoose? What the fuck is he doing in this movie?
What are you watching?
Righteous Kill.
I have no clue what you speak of, but
Nope.
all right, flourish.
It was Pacino and De Niro did a movie in like 2008. They were two older cops, and one of them happened to be a serial killer. It's a good premise. It's not a great movie.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But anyway, DL is kind of dodging Terry Crews right now, so he has his own thing going on. And I don't even know what he did. Like, did he say Terry Crews was gay?
Yeah, that was a while back. He did.
Yeah,
I know.
They were questioning it on Vlad. I watched that interview.
Vlad, I swear.
Vlad kind of instigated it too.
Well, that whole thing was a long time ago, but like he's still talking about it like recently. Like something happened recently with them.
Oh, yeah, probably when he was talking about the dumb shit that he said like in like a 2-week span.
Yeah,
I don't know what's wrong with Terry Crews right now.
I think what brought that gay shit on was Terry Crews was sexually assaulted because some dude grabbed his dick.
His manager or
oh yeah, because DL said he was like, "God bless you with muscles to fight that shit off." I can't say that, but I did laugh when he said it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that ain't how that works.
He's gonna grab on DL, but whatever. But I mean, I get it, but it's when you say stupid shit like Terry's been saying, it's hard to want to defend him.
Right.
Anyway, whatever.
I just don't pay attention to him. I go, he's tweeted.
Hey, Rob, you got a question?
Rob, about to say something.
Y'all sitting down?
Yeah. Last time I checked.
Oh, hey, we didn't do a show on the 4th. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Whoever celebrated the 4th, or happy 16 days after Juneteenth.
You said we didn't do a show on the 4th. Yeah, it was Saturday.
That's kind of how calendars work, right?
I mean, I'm in that gray area.
I was about to say I was available. I ain't do nothing that day, so.
Oh no, I got drunk that day, but I'm in that gray area.
But I'm just saying, happy belated 4th to everybody who celebrated the 4th. I spent the 5th cleaning firecracker debris off the top of my car.
I mean, what do you expect?
Them to shoot the shit somewhere else besides the parking lot?
Fuck that. If I spend $100 on fireworks, I'm shooting that bitch off anywhere I want.
Anyway, is it bad that since I have the Rona that I want to lick non-believers' faces? Yes.
That is bad.
I'm not going to judge him either. I know I can't say that close to me. I'm around people who don't believe it's a thing.
Let's think about how he asked the question that he proposed. He was like, "Is it bad?" Yes, it is. So yeah, thank you.
Would I be mad at you?
That's a different question.
I want to slap the shit out of him personally.
It's not in the Bible,
but I'm social distancing.
Yeah, I don't. He said thanks. I don't even think we give you a definitive answer. But
no, it's bad. It's bad. It's just none of us would be like, we'd be like,
first time caller.
I still don't understand the whole non-believers thing. It's so fucking stupid. And these are the same people that probably think the Earth flat and birds are fake. But
birds are fake.
Well, there's a group that think birds are fake. Like all birds are fake. There's a legitimate group that thinks there's no such thing as birds.
A bunch of government money getting put in to put birds and squirrels out here in people's yards and shit.
Are you serious?
I mean to add squirrels to that, but
no, that's a serious thing.
Yeah, so you can type in "birds are fake" on Google. I'm pretty sure.
The thing is, I don't want anything that I've ever searched to point me to that, because that just seems like they'd be like, this motherfucker here.
So what the fuck is waking me up at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning every goddamn day?
It's a camera.
The what?
The leaves are speakers.
But I understand, Rob, and see, you can't really convince people of otherwise. Like that, I got people on my on my friends list that are just like, oh, I hope you guys stop giving into this government hoax with the mask. They're just trying to keep Trump out of office, blah, 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 blah. They're trying to incite panic, blah, 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 and all this other shit. I'm like, just put your mask on and shut the hell up. Stay in the house if you don't want to go nowhere.
Yeah, don't just be out here ripping and running and thinking, be mad when people don't let you into places. I see that.
Exactly.
I've seen a couple. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say I've seen a couple of videos where like people have tried to like lick other people because they don't think that it's real.
That's
at that point, I should be able to defend myself
with
deadly force.
I would be defending myself.
Assault.
There's a fight. I'm fighting.
Assault, which has the first three letters, which is ass, which is also related to ass whooping. So
I haven't been. I don't. I got my knife on it.
Hey, and in that situation, I don't need bail money, so I'm good.
Yeah. See, why would somebody just bold face tell you lying about something like this? Why would you want to lie about being in pain and in misery?
Because people are stupid. Oh man, this is
no, we know.
It's like what a time to be alive when literally we have all the information at our fingertips and people are still like, nope.
This ain't real.
Right.
Cough my fucking lungs out. Not real.
Won't believe everything you read.
That's just like I know we run along, but that's just like a lot of people think the Sandy Hook thing was fake and the kids were actors.
I couldn't believe that shit, man.
People still believe it. I've heard it recently. They believe that.
People
I've even heard it died to where they said I think it said George Floyd was still alive.
Yeah. What? Who are these people?
Listen, who goes through these? I honestly think like Trump humpers think that everybody else goes home and plots on how they can keep Trump out of the White House.
Yes,
that's what they think. Go home and yeah, that's what I honestly think.
I can't really say it to the masses, but I'll tell you about stupid shit I've heard. Sorry, guys. Got to clear this.
I have not been able to hold my head up for 4 days just to piss off Trump. Could you imagine? And I heard somebody say it was like they were trying to breathe. You can't breathe in for longer than like a second before the pain is just too much. Could you imagine trying to take second breaths every day just to live?
Wow.
No, man.
That's like
feels I have asthma and then have pneumonia. It hurt, but
it
don't hurt like that. I have asthma and I've had pneumonia. It don't hurt that bad.
But anyway, we do have to end the show. We're almost at an hour 30. If you wanted to listen to the audio, we're putting it up on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, and Spotify. If you want to watch the video, this is all up on YouTube. If you want any of the links to any of those social media outlets, just hit any one of us up, and we will supply you with the link to all of the past shows that we've done. We have a couple of favorites on there. I do like the one about being a dick without being a dick. I like the one we talked about. I think one we were talking about Lizzo when she was buck naked on TV all over the place. So there are go ahead.
We got to find the episode where you copied the WB frog. I need that episode.
Oh my god!
When
I tell you guys, I ain't never laughed so hard. Yeah. I can remember recent history. Oh my god! And it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, so after I finished posting everything, I think we got around 115, 120 shows in the can. I know almost 102 of them are already up. So, okay, Mark, we're gonna start bringing guests on every week until we can get our homeboy Jay back on his feet and back on the show. So, who did we have already?
Robin.
We had Rob already. We had Robin. Yeah, and Nick. Rob was on here, wasn't he?
No, I don't think Rob was on here. No,
Rob, we got to get you on the show. So when you feeling better, we got to get you up on the show. So we'll talk to several people and see if they want to come on, and then we'll find some way to incorporate them into the show without having just like random topics that they don't know anything about coming on unprepared. But other than that, thank you so much for allowing us to keep you company. We'll see you next Wednesday. I'm hitting the end broadcast button now. So if you just want to hold on for a second.